Welcome back to the homestead. We've got a couple things going on today. We're going to be working on the ceramics she shed room again. We've been putting that off because Roscoe's been recovering and he always likes to be all up in our business. This morning I actually need to move this garden bed that you can see here and move it over to here. So I am going to put my little potting table over here. Unfortunately, as much as I really love how these garden beds look, plus they were free, the voles are able to get in there super easy, even with the, the metal gopher mesh down below. So yeah, that needs to be replaced. Yeah, unfortunately, I think all of the wooden beds that have any kind of little gap will need to be replaced with the birdies beds. Those are the only beds that the voles have not been able to get into, which also means eventually I need to replace the huge garden bed in the big greenhouse. That thing is infested with voles and they will not fall for the vole traps at all. Didn't really get to use this bed this summer because the voles ate everything that was in it. This broccoli is actually trying to come back, but we've got some fresh broccoli growing, so just make some space. The stacks of wood that make up the garden bed walls actually come off really easily. However, I don't know how to pull the rebar out of the ground that's kind of like keeping those things from falling over. Taku's on a little drive with Roscoe. He is waiting to hear the okay today to see if he can go back to normal and start doing his usual activities. Once they get back, I'll ask Taku if he knows how to get these metal things out. Because if they do come out, then we can just switch the beds over. Let me show you where we're at with the she shed. Haven't made any progress much since the last video that you guys saw. We got the ceiling up. We got one wall panel. We'll hopefully be working on this a little more later, as soon as Roscoe takes a nap, because he loves to follow us around. And we reinforced the doors already because at some point I do want to replace this door with maybe a glass door. I don't really want to deal with putting in another window, to be honest. I think I'd rather have a nice little glass door and eventually replace these doors too. So we'll see. But yeah, there's the greenhouse in there. Pretty sweet view. And I'm thinking of a fireplace maybe over here, like a really small one, to keep this space warm and to potentially warm up the greenhouse is the idea. We'll see how much we can get done today, because once noon hits, we don't really do a whole lot of work until the sun kind of goes down a little bit, because it's really hot and we'd rather not. See if it'll pry out with the pry bar.
Bar's not quite big enough.
Yeah. Tried whacking it a couple times. I don't know if it helped to loosen it or not. At least the other ones are close enough to the fence that I could probably just leave them in there. But that one's gotta come out for sure. Look at that, it's already roasting out here. I don't know if that's completely accurate, to be honest. It's hot, but over 100 degrees hot?
Okay, I think I got it now.
Nice. I think these are pretty long, too.
Got
Pulled the sword out.
I'm the chosen one.
Nice.
Finally. Yeah, it was in there from here.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. It's way too hot, so I'm gonna do this a little later when there's more shade on this side. I think we're gonna have lunch and then go for a swim. Had a nice little swim, and now it's not as hot, plus the area I'm gonna be working in is shaded, so it's time to get back to working on this garden bed. Roscoe is here, of course, supervising my work. Still waiting to hear back from the vet. We called them and they said they'll call us back, so fingers crossed for poor Roscoe. He wants to do something. He's very bored.
Right there on the money. Razor blade.
It's the next morning. We are almost there. Had to call it quits last night because the mosquitoes and the flies get so bad in the evening. This time of year, there's only really a small window for the garden to work comfortably in, which is the morning because it's not hot, there's no flies, there's no mosquitoes. We are almost there. Just gotta keep filling up the dirt. These were the ones I buried. Better to use older logs so they can decompose faster, but we didn't have those, and these ones didn't quite work out. I'll see if I can get away with not putting them back in since we have 2 garden beds worth of dirt going in there now. We got Roscoe joining us over here. We put him in a t-shirt because he wants to be involved, but we can't have him laying in the dirt. He did not get the okay from the vet, unfortunately, so he still, I didn't think he would because his part of the incision is still a little open, hence the t-shirt. Gotta keep it clean, huh, buddy?
These slabs of sheetrock are pretty heavy. This is I think 5/8 inch sheetrock. Okay, well I got to put a little bit more screws in, but I got that lower half, and the top here is slanted, so it's going to be a little bit trickier. But I'm guessing I can like put it some vertically, cut the slants, measure them. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the lower section all first and then do the upper section later. Oh yeah, and I have to cut this end off so I can have a stud for the other one. See if I can do this straight. Right there. Alright, while I was letting the camera charge, I put this one in, and I put this one in vertically. It's just not tall enough to reach all the way, but I left a stud on the bottom and the top so we can put a small piece up in there. Now I'm cutting one up right here, getting ready to put one in on that side right here. There you go. I think that came out pretty good. Cut out this window perfectly, I think. Take it out. Take a look. Just ignore the mess here. But there you go. That looks good. I added in this stud right here, so when I put the other one on, I can screw that in right there. Anyways, I think we can put another sheet right here, the next one. It's going to be a little harder to get the window cut out, or at least just to put the mark in. Okay guys, take a look. Not too bad. There it is. I'm guessing we put like a frame on that to make it look nice. Just need to put a piece right here and up there, and then this wall will be complete. And then we have a little bit of this wall left, but yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna put this one in next. Around the door, I'm gonna cut the door out, or I'm gonna put it in hopefully one full sheet. Actually, slightly shorter than one full sheet is gonna fit perfectly in there if I measured everything correctly, and then I'll cut that out. But I'm gonna need help for that, and I got a friend coming right now, so we'll get it done soon. Alright guys, now we got Blake with us. He's big and strong, so he's gonna help me lift this onto that spot right there. And hopefully this fits in perfectly. Go ahead and like put that bottom.
It's locked in. There it is.
It's a little bit, well, it's a little bit long on this side.
It's a little long.
Yeah, it's like just by like 1/8 of an inch.
Here.
How about on that?
How about that?
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then down here, it's a little bit. Basically, go up. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Hold on, it's like
Doesn't fit in
there's
yours.
a tiny bit that is.
Does that help?
Oh yeah. Hold on 1 second. Take it out a little bit. Hold on. You can kind of hold on to it.
I got it. I got it.
Hold on. There's a little tiny bit that's kind of messing it up. So close. Not sure. Not sure what's blocking it really. Hey!
Sweet.
Got it. Oh yeah, that is looking pretty good. And look at Roscoe. What a good boy. What a good boy out there with his donut. All sad. He hasn't gotten the okay to play yet. All right, guys, check it out. We got that part in. Top fit in perfectly, nice and snug. Now, this is the only piece of sheetrock I have left. Unfortunately, we don't have any more. So this section, I don't think it's gonna be it's too big of a space for this one right here. I think we might be able to fill in some of these gaps up top, but we're gonna have to go buy more supplies. So unfortunately, I think this is gonna have to be it for today, but we got, you know, a good majority of it done. Pretty happy with it.
I like how the window came out.
Yeah, it came up actually not too bad. Yeah, it's like a lot of little pieces missing, you know, it's like a puzzle. Look at the door. The door cutout was pretty good.
I finished my garden bed stuff, so now I'm gonna work on a little bit of pottery again. I'm making this little house for some tea bags. Just a little bit of decor, you know? I'm also making a little bit of Halloween decor, so I got my little ghosts. They're already dried, they still need to be fired up in the kiln. I've been making quite a few things for the house. Made a bunch of candle holders, a bunch of, oh, I didn't make this one, but you guys have seen that I've done some similar ones for this. And now that Taku is really into sourdough making, I need to make a butter holder thing. What are they called? I cannot wait for the ceramics room to be finished. Right now I'm doing most of my slab work outside, but it tends to dry. The clay tends to dry really quickly if I'm working on it outside, so it'd be nice to be able to do it in a more relaxed fashion. Usually I roll everything out, cut it to size, and put it in the laundry room, which is our ceramics room right now. But it just doesn't have space to be rolling slabs out. This is like the easiest way to do ceramics, by the way. Like if you don't want to invest in a wheel, you can always buy some clay, watch some videos on YouTube, and you can check out Kiln Share, and you can drop off your pieces to get fired up. Because also kilns are super expensive. And Kiln Share is what I used to use before we moved out here. We did a community college one, and I think it was like 100 or less for one class, and it's about 4 months long, I believe. You get unlimited clay, glaze. The only thing that sucked, it was during the pandemic, so we didn't really learn a whole lot. The teacher just didn't really know how to teach online. Since everyone was learning from home, we didn't really do any wheel throwing. So I mostly just did it because it gave me kiln access, and it was much cheaper than signing up with a local studio. Those tend to be like $100 per month, and you still have to pay for clay and glazes and all the tools that you need. So it was kind of worth it to sign up for a community college class. Unfortunately, you guys won't get to see the finished product until I can't even say the next video. It's gonna take about 5 days, I think, for this to all dry, and then it's another day in the kiln, and then realistically another like 2-3 days to glaze everything and run the kiln again. And once I get this all cut out and dried, I'll kind of show you guys how it's gonna look, and I can kind of explain what I'm working on. So while we wait for this to dry, I actually harvested some tomatoes. Our freezer's getting pretty full, so soon we're gonna have to can all these tomatoes. We do have a chest freezer, but that is also full of fish. So I'm using this board. Online, a lot of people recommended using like the shower board kind of stuff. But I'm finding that the clay is sticking so much to it, so I don't know if I just bought the wrong one. But we also have a cement board, so I'm gonna try that afterwards, after I'm done with all this, so I can clean it up and move it. And we'll see if that works a little better, because yeah, I'm finding that when I roll out the clay, it's like sticking like crazy, and then it's kind of really hard to peel it off. So let me show you guys kind of what I'm working on, a little vision right here. This is gonna look like a little tiny house, so imagine there's like a little roof here, and the roof is the lid that comes off, and you fill it with tea bags, and then you pull the tea bags out from here. It'll just be, you know, a cute little house tea dispenser thing. Hopefully it'll look good once I'm done. All right, can you kind of see the vision? This is the lid. You would put the tea bags to refill in here, and then you would just pull the tea bags out from in there. There's still a few more details that I want to put, you know, like a little chimney and a window, so I'm going to be working on this for a little bit. And I do want to do a much bigger one. This roof is actually for the other one. I made 2 of them. I'm going to keep working on that, and then hopefully in a few weeks I can give you guys an update on how it all came out. But for now, we will see you guys next week.